Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided that I wanted to finish off this 4-part series that I had going on with the British home builds, and this is actually my final one, and I am really pleased with how this turned out in the end, with all the different styles that I incorporated into the build. And I think that it looks really nice. And this one I kind of went for like maybe some grandparents, and they have the grandkids staying over every now and then. And yeah, so in this build you'll see me build a 3-bedroom home. It's got the same layout pretty much as the one next door on the left hand side there, and I did this because most British homes have the same layout on the inside, and it doesn't really change much in all honesty. Sometimes there's a few extra walls, because if you redo a build normally it's made a bit more open plan, but in this build not so much. It's exactly the same floor plan, and I really like that it's got all these different styles to it. So downstairs in the apartments we have this person who works in the city, and they have this really sleek beautiful 1-bedroom, and then we've got the students apartment, which is a bit messy, a bit run down, and then we have a family home, and we have the home for the elder Sims. And I like that this kind of gets to all age ranges, and I think that that's important, especially in the Sims, because I feel like a lot of the age ranges actually go without being played, and I wish that they were played with just a little bit more, especially like elders. I think that it's important. It's very much a young adults kind of simulation. People mostly play with young adults or adults, and they don't really play much more. So I personally really enjoyed making this build. I wanted to make it look like it's well cared for, but it is a little bit more old-fashioned, and I think I did achieve that, and I was really proud of it, because this is not the normal type of build I go for. I normally build family homes, or I build a little bit more modern homes. So this was stepping out of my comfort zone a bit, and I'm really pleased with it in all honesty. So you can see me just working on the kitchen here. I made it into a kitchen and dining room, but it is quite small and quite pokey. So my idea is that maybe the dining room is like a breakfast table area, but they normally eat dinner in the living room. That was my idea for it, because it is quite small, although most of the time it would only be 2 Sims living here if you think about it, because the kids wouldn't be staying here all the time. So the grandparents have the kids over on the weekends maybe, and I went with that idea. So maybe it would be fine for them to have dinner here if it's not having the kids over, but if they have the kids over, it's probably a better idea for them to have like dinner in the living room. It just makes a bit more sense space wise. And in this build I actually did include a laundry room as well. It's the only one in the building that I have included, but I thought that it was important, and maybe the other people get their laundry done in like a laundromat, and I thought that these people they had the space, so they were like, oh well, we'll just make it into a laundry room. So that's what they ended up doing, and I think it's really cute. In all honesty, I think this build might be one of my favorite builds in the entire building, because it is so different for me, and I was really happy with how it turned out. So I hope you guys like it as well. I kept the half bathroom downstairs because I think that that's important, and they would probably have the same half bathroom as the one next door. The other one is just a bit more renovated than theirs, and as I said, British homes generally have the same floor plan as each other. If they look the same on the outside, the likelihood is that they have the same floor plan on the inside. It's just how it's designed on the inside that makes it look so different, and that personality that each Sim has. So as I said, this is for some elder Sims, and I personally don't play with elders a lot. I would love to play with them a little bit more, and I think when we get the nifty knitting stuff pack, that I think it will add a lot more gameplay for elder Sims, which I'm looking forward to, because I generally don't play with my aging on in my games, because I get too attached to my Sims in all honesty, and I don't ever want them to die. But I feel like if I can live a full life as an elder Sim, I think that it would be really nice and it would add that little bit more personal touch to it. And I would love to have a rocking chair in this build. Honestly, it would be amazing. So there was a number of times throughout this build where I was going to be using the Eco Lifestyle stuff, the Eco Lifestyle pack, but I decided against it because I know it's all the hype at the moment, but I also feel like a lot of people might not have the pack. So I thought that it was important to incorporate it in this build, because I think that it's a bit easier for people to download if it's not included in the build. So I decided on not having Eco Lifestyle in this build, and I will be doing a dedicated video to it, and it will probably be my next video that I'll do as my dedicated video, but I decided not in this one. Although I do feel that I should warn you that I did use a lot of packs in this build. I didn't really limit myself. I tried to stay aware of what I had used, but I didn't really limit myself, I don't think, and I think that I did use quite a few. I have now put the build on the gallery, so if you want to use it, feel free to use it, download it, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys play in it, because I think it's really cute. And you know, with the roommate system in university, I know that if you don't have university, Discover University, then it might be a bit more difficult, but you could lock doors and stuff. But if you do have Discover University, I thought that it would be good to be able to use that roommate system, and you could do it that way, and different people could live in different houses, and I think that that would be really cool. And so I'm just finishing up the living room here. I didn't want it to have any like modern technology. It has a TV, but it's one of those big TVs, and it's not a flat screen, and I like that. I really like that. It brings back memories of when I would visit my grandparents, and you know, I think it's really cute. So I did do 2 kids' bedrooms. My idea is that they have 2 grandchildren who come and visit them on the weekends, and this is the first kids' room. I kept them pretty similar. I wanted it to feel like maybe the grandparents are trying to keep it even. They don't want any fighting, and it's just easier to do it that way. So that's how they did it. I know that the one room is bigger than the other, and the other room has a toy box in it as well, but my theory is that the kids could share that toy box and actually play together, which I think is a nicer way of doing it than having a toy box in each room, because it makes the kids communicate a little bit more. I know I'm reading way too much into this and it's just The Sims, but that's the way my brain was working when I was building this. And so I add a few things around the place. I add that toy box which I was just speaking about, and I add a fluffy toy as well, I think. No, they share the fluffy toy in the other room. I put a desk in here, and I put some kids' drawings next to the desk as if the kids had drawn them and they could stick them up in the room. They share the desk as well, and just generally the grandparents are trying to encourage the kids to share with each other, and I think that that's really nice. And they have some matching duvet covers because I thought that was really cute. Like, their grandparents were encouraging them. Oh, they just thought it was nice to have the same bed sheets, which I thought was quite nice. And so I'm just I kept the hallway up here pretty simple, just a rug and like a table there, and I had to move that down because it was clipping through. So I added a little painting in here as well, and just one on the wall on the right hand side as well. So I go on to the bathroom, and I added little bathroom cabinets in there. I wanted to add it for the realism of it, and I think that it suits the build because I think that it makes it look a little bit more homey. So I added a bathtub in here, and this bathroom doesn't actually have a shower. The other bathroom does, the one upstairs on the ensuite, but I thought that it was a bit more realistic for an older home to just have the bath, especially if it hasn't been recently renovated. So there is a shower upstairs, but there's no shower downstairs. So it does mean your Sims can still shower. It's okay. If you are playing in the house, then your Sims can still shower. I also did add a study into this build because I thought that it would be nice for the parents to still have a computer, because I think that in The Sims it's pretty important to have a computer for them to be able to do literally anything. They can't do much on their phones. So I thought that it was important to still have the computer, and it's a good source of entertainment for them as well. And so I'm just finishing up this this hallway upstairs, and I had to add a little bit more money in. So I am onto the master bedroom here. I wanted that whole wall to be covered. I thought they looked quite nice and just built-in cupboards. It just has built-in cupboards. So I add in this bed, and I think that the colours on the bed go actually pretty well with the colours on the wall, and they partner pretty well together. So that's what I decided on going with. I kept the master bedroom very simple. I didn't add much to it. I added a rug, and there's not much else, in all honesty. I wanted to keep it simple, keep it tidy, and that's what I came up with. So this is what I went for the bathroom. This is where I've added that shower in, and they don't have a bath, so if they want a bath then they can go downstairs to the family bathroom, but in the ensuite there's just a shower. I wanted those counters in there to be able to cover up the curtains from downstairs, because it was bothering me a little bit that they were popping up through, but I didn't want to move them because I thought that they looked better hanging above the window than halfway through the window. So I decided to just cover it up with those counters there in the bathroom, and I think that worked pretty well. I actually covered a lot of those curtains up. I don't know how, honestly. I just found random things to cover it with. So this is the study here, and it's the last room that I work on. And you can see I've got that old computer in there because, as I said, they're not very technologically advanced. So they kind of just have what they need. It does what they need. They don't need much more than that. So I made this into quite a cozy little study area. I added a chess table for the logic skill, and they got the bookshelf there as well. And I just added a few paintings in. But I kept it very simple. I didn't want to do too much with it, and so this is what it turned out to be. Anyway guys, we're approaching the end of the video. I really hope you've enjoyed this 4-part series, and like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.